now. Podcast is live. Hey guys, Greg Medford, Medford Knife and KTUSA. What's going on? Now, I was going to have stuff up on my channels, and I have this all. I don't see anything happening on my YouTube channel, so I don't get how that works. Oh, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. I guess I do. Happening on my YouTube channel. And then let me turn the volume down so it doesn't screw me up. Fantastic. And then that way I can see comments over on YouTube. And then I don't see it on Facebook here, Billy. So maybe you could give me a little advice, because maybe some of our friends and customers are going to have a hard time with that too. Hey, Brittany, what's going on?
Hey, I want to see when you'd like me to bring back Wayne and Bobby.
Just give me a couple minutes to get fully squared away here, okay?
Sounds good.
Cool, thanks. And Billy, if you're there, not yet, and if you're there, tell me how to find it on Facebook. If you could step in as producer and help me out, I'd appreciate it. Guys, up front here, we've got our knife of the week for next week. You can look at that a little bit. I'll show you some really interesting stuff about this knife in a couple minutes. Hope there's some people out there. Of course, I can't see them on my Medford Knife and Tool page for some reason. So I don't get that. Give me just one more minute.
I sent you the link
up
there.
Find this. Oh, I just found it. It's further down. That's all. Okay. So we've got, I've got my Facebook page up. I've got my YouTube page up. I can kind of see comments from you guys if you want. I'll be able to comment a little bit better. And it's not real time. It's near real time because we've got a lot going on here. So you guys, as I get used to this, just bear with me a little bit because we got a lot going on. So today, a couple of things. First of all, I want to bring in a guest. So let's bring in a guest. This is Bobby Bushcraft. So if you guys want to hashtag any of the Bobby Bushcraft fans or whatever from over his page, we're going to invite him in. And I'm going to wear my Plague Doctor mask. Here we go. Bring them in. I'm ready, you guys. Guys, I hope you like this. This was made for me. It's a no kidding. Hold on. Guests coming in. Here we go. Hey, what's going on? So this is how I can see guests now. I can keep a little distance from them and do social distancing. Yeah.
It's always an adventure.
You're quite large. Hey, what's going on? So, fellas, we're kind of live right now. So kind of come over this way, and you can see yourself. Yeah, you can beat it. Thanks, Brittany.
No problem.
Yeah, we're just
What's going on, fellas?
go Tombstone Tactical. Like, let's go see Greg.
Yeah.
Bring some donuts.
Who'd you see over at Tombstone? Did you see Mike over there?
Nah, they have a line out the door, and we went over to what's the other one?
I don't remember the name of it. No.
Yeti Firearms.
Oh, okay.
Yeti Firearms.
Cool,
To pick
cool.
up some more cool shit.
Nice, and you were flying the flag. That's nice. I appreciate it.
Always, man.
Oh, what are you
Always.
carrying? Oh, you got the USMC Fighter Flipper on you. Looking good in the neighborhood.
No, usually the dailies this.
Good. God, did we make that? That's sexy.
UT-ness. UT-ness.
All right. Well, cool. Well, we're just doing this.
Can we get all
live
three
show
of you in
here.
the frame?
Yeah, maybe I could have you right here, and you guys squeeze. Yeah. We got to be a little gay close to be all in the frame. So you guys came in from. He's been that way all day. You guys came in from Tucson.
No. We're in Mesa.
Oh, you're on Mesa. I thought for some reason you were down in Tucson. Are you guys still doing the photo shoot with the girls and all that?
It's on hold.
Everything's on hold.
Everything's on hold.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything's on hold.
And then if folks that are here want to go over, I'm sure you've got active social media and all that stuff.
Bobby Bushcraft.
Bobby Bushcraft.
Yep. BobbyBushcraft.com, Bobby Bushcraft Instagram, Bobby Bushcraft Facebook.
Cool. Maybe when you get over your social media, Mike co-share us. That's your sticker?
So a couple of years, like 2 years ago.
Well, there we go. I'm always flying the flag. Maybe you could pull the video up once it archives and share it over. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I'd be happy to have you do it.
Absolutely.
So you guys are just out socializing, so doing non-social distancing?
Non-social distancing. Dude, let me tell you, you go to a store, I get yelled at by these freaking people. You see these, I call the new police. Right?
Oh, I just call the new police force.
The line police.
Oh,
right?
it's bad.
You gotta get behind that line.
like if you have one of the worst jobs ever, like you're a clerk and you're mad about it. And I don't think it's the worst job ever. You get to have micro conversations all day long. I would be happy doing whatever I do. Like,
Right.
if you put me in a fucking Circle K, I'm gonna have a great time. And everyone's gonna be like, oh, I go to the Circle K. It's got this great guy down there, and everything's always perfectly clean and awesome. And great way to start my day. And I even stop on the way home for coffee, and I don't even need it. I would make it like an adventure, right? And we just want to make sure you're the frame. You guys are okay. But these fucking people, they have zero power. They're the bottom of the power structure, and now they got some power.
Yeah.
Fucking bad.
Behind the line. Where's your mask?
I would tell you, I went to the lumber place and I was buying $1,000 worth of wood for a project. And I'm standing in the fucking blazing sun. I didn't wear my hat. And I'm like trying to get out of the sun. They got this line on the ground. And if I go right across the line, I'm in the shade. So I'm standing across the line in the shade. Right. And this guy with this gigantic long Jesus beard and long Jesus hair that he clearly spends way too much time quaffing says, excuse me, you're going to need to get behind the line. And I look around, there's fucking nobody there. He's in an 80,000 square foot lumber place, and I'm like,
it's annoying.
So I just took a moment, and then I said, nope. He goes, excuse me? I go, not doing it. Call the fucking police, like real police. And then the other guy comes over and goes, oh no, leave him alone. Like the guy comes over and he's like, oh, you shoo away. I'm talking to Greg.
But the funny thing is, if these people realize that 6 feet ain't shit.
It doesn't. This hello.
Oh.
We're in the show. Hey, sorry about that, guys. That's what happens when I didn't put my phone on airplane mode. We were just talking about this. I'm like, everything we've done, everything they've said is all based on their very initial presumptions, which have all been shown to be wrong, yet they're sticking by their guns. Nobody wants to say we screwed up.
See the number from New York City now? The mortality rate is 0.05 when they run the numbers. 0.05. It's less than the regular flu.
Well, that's 5%.
Right.
0.05. Right. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So, but I think what's going on is based on their test they did on the street for antibodies, is they're saying, like 10% of the state and the city may be exposed, which means the mortality is 0.00013 or something. It's crazy.
But you know what? So many people had it even before the shit started.
I know.
A shot show. Remember shot show?
Yep.
So many people.
We said the same thing. And weird sick.
Yeah.
Like they didn't take you down to your knees sick. It was kind of like, it's almost like I'm going to get really sick tomorrow, and then you never did. And then I got better.
Even before shot show, I know people had it in December.
Yeah, I think I think just like everything else the government does, they got it completely wrong.
So for your viewers and for yourself, do you know about the latest update on Facebook?
You mean the one where they're blocking us from communicating stuff?
No, where they're tracking everything you do.
Oh, I don't know that, but I'm not the least bit surprised.
They're tracking everywhere you go. They're tracking every website you visit, and they did it in the update. And it's turned on automatically.
Hey, listen, you guys, tell me something. How does a young Jewish guy that makes it really good in the United States start to do Nazi tactics? That's all I want to know. How does a Jewish Zuckerberg is clearly not an Irishman. How is he doing 1937 Nazi tactics here in the United States? And like I'm fucking broadcasting on right now. It just pisses me off to no end. And you're like, oh my God, it's great, get ready to get anti-Semitic with us in the background.
So they've got this thing in the settings and they have it buried where you have to go like multiple layers to find it to shut it off.
Doesn't surprise me.
It's unbelievable.
It is the wholesale purchasing and selling of America.
Yep, exactly.
It's been going on. It's these McKinsey consultants and those groups like those guys have smarty pants. MBAs from the Wharton School and from Harvard,
and
butt gag. Yeah, buddy gag. these fucking guys, they've been selling out our country for the last 25, 30 years. And when they couldn't continue corporate raiding, they raided us while leaving the corporate. So they were buying up the brands and consolidating brands. And when people balked at that, they said, well, we'll just let you have your little brand. You do a little sales office and marketing thing for us. Let's keep it all made in China. And the Chinese are paying them to have the consultant firm influence.
I think
it's just a fucking racket.
I was watching it on Tucker Carlson the other night. He had a good breakdown of how that all started.
It is the Chinese Communist Party. They have infiltrated these greedy money people to influence their opinion, to influence. And I had this guy here who just did a white paper for the State Department. He spent a year on sabbatical writing, and one of them was weaponized immigration. So what the Chinese have been doing is they find places around the globe that don't favor them, or that they need favor in, or that they're trying to sway opinion. And then they find, based on the voting, how any place where the voting is close, like for instance, in the United States, what they've done, they go to all the states where the state election is close. They go to all the counties where the county voting is close. And if they can have 1,000 Chinese people immigrate there and force them to vote their way, they get them to get green carded or become U.S. citizens, and then they'll say, we won't mess with your family's career if you vote for these things, and we will let you know how we want you to vote. It's weaponized immigration, and they're doing it, and they're not even hiding.
It's kind of like what they did with Northern Italy, when all the Chinese moved, 300,000 Chinese moved to Northern Italy just so they could say that this T-shirt was made in Italy. They put the made in Italy tag, but it's made by China.
So they're doing it here. So I have a laser that was is American made as you could get a laser at the time, because the Galvos are all made in China. So I'm working with the machine, and all of a sudden the laser is owned by another company. They start firing off all the Americans, and then they start having their Chinese counterparts come over from China and work in the company, but they're not put on the payroll. They're on the Chinese company's payroll, working in the United States for Chinese wages in the United States at that factory. And they've displaced the American workers, and somehow that's illegal. So now you call and you gotta not sure who to talk to, and they might not be, they keep a couple token Americans around, but it's pretty spooky.
It is.
Yeah.
Very.
And the thing is our dumb, Trump says it best. He goes, our dumb politicians have just let this happen on
They have. It started, I think, back in the 70s.
Oh yeah. It was Richard Nixon, 1973, making friends with China. They call it, what do they call it? Productive engagement. There's no past.
I think everything needs to come back to the U.S.
Oh, absolutely.
I think
I'm straight up Cold War.
I think that that's why you do such a great job here with everything that you do.
Yeah.
They could definitely need more attention, more support.
Well, I appreciate it. I look at
more promotion.
It drives me nuts, man. I'm pro Taiwan. I'm pro South Korea. I'm pro Japan. I mean, I like people say, oh, you're just a racist. I'm not a racist at all, actually. I mean, Koreans are Asians. Taiwanese are Asians. Japanese are Asians. But you know what they are? They're responsible citizens. They're functioning countries. They have a democracy going. They've got all of these things. And so when they compete with us, they're competing on a more, a more even playing field. I would never besmirch somebody for having Germany compete with us. Their built-in costs are gigantic.
Absolutely.
If they can compete with us, good for them.
Yeah.
But they're not cheating the world.
Yeah.
They're just working really well.
Well, I appreciate the fact you didn't have to lay anybody off.
Oof. Knock on wood.
That's
Knock
good.
on
And
wood.
the fact that you guys are still going, it's amazing. We went out today to also try and go. You can't buy a fucking pair of sneakers or shoes anywhere unless you go to Walmart. There's no shoe stores open.
The only shoes you can buy, the only American ones you can buy is New Balance. Those are the only American sneakers.
But there's no shoe stores open.
They're starting on Monday. I think everyone's going to open next week.
I hope so.
I think it's happening, and we're going to have to deal with this dick pulling bullshit. Since they're technically breaking the rules, they don't want to be sued for endangering the public. There's going to be 6-foot yellow lines and masks and splash shields and condoms.
I've been out every day. The entire time.
Me too.
No mask.
Me too.
Shaking hands.
I've been like 100 people.
I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it.
You guys have heard this. They haven't heard this, so I'm going to tell them. But my favorite thing, I had this lady really get hostile with me at Costco because I walked up and I got a little too close. And I was in autopilot on my phone, and she turned around and gave me the cunt face, and I was like, I'm sorry, man. Could you take your mask down? Because I can't hear you. I'm deaf. I have to relive. Can I do that down? I'm sorry, man. And to see the look of confusion on her face because she was like wanting to be mad, but now I'm a handicap. She's got to help me.
That's awesome.
So she was like, so she pulls her mask down and then she goes, "You need to back up, please, for social distancing." And it was fucking fantastic. I'm like,
You see,
and then I go, yeah, no problem. I'll back up.
I love going in there and seeing the people with the fucking dishwashing gloves, you know, the big yellow ones. They got the big yellow ones and they got their mask on and then they're at the fucking front and they pull the mask down with the gloves and they're eating a fucking pizza.
I was talking about this yesterday. Guy goes into the QT, which has got to be germ central. He goes into a QT, he goes into the bathroom, he comes out, he's got his blue nitrile gloves on. He goes over, gets a hot dog, walks up, gets a soda, steps outside, puts his thing down on the top of the garbage can. Would you know that's
the nasty garbage
with his
can.
gloves? And with his gloves on, he pulls his mask down, stuffs a hot dog in his face, gloves on the hot dog, like he wasn't not touching the hot dog. Then he pulls out a smoke. He's fat. He's smoking.
Well, there you go.
He's got his mask and his gloves.
Well, there you
he's
go.
eating a hot dog and he's drinking off a garbage can. And I wanted to take a picture. It's a meme of what could fucking go. And I should say, what could possibly go wrong? That's all it should say. So this is my take on this.
It's amazing, man.
Now, have you been here before?
Couple
And you've had tours here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He hasn't.
Okay. So I think Jeff and the guys are going to give you a tour. I'm going to jump back into my show, but we wanted to have you guys in. And,
Absolutely.
oh, sorry, I didn't mean to give you that gay handshake. So
That's kind of good.
Thanks for coming in.
It's kind of wimpy. He's a Marine too.
Yeah, oh,
He's a
hey,
Marine.
Semper Gumby.
Semper Fi.
Well, thanks for stopping in, fellas. Okay, and
Jeff
open
was
the door.
leaving. Jeff left, I think.
Hey, Jeffrey.
I think he left.
Oh, wait,
Jeff was leaving. I'll get Brittany.
like to go home?
Does anybody want to see Brittany?
All right, everybody wants to see Brittany. Hey, hold on a second, you guys. Hey, is Beth out there?
Oh, Jeff's here. Hey, Jeff.
Fellas, no, Jeff, Beth, somebody give these guys a nickel tour.
Nice to meet you, man.
All right, thank you. Nice to meet you too, Semper Fidelis. Oh my God, you guys! So these are the people in your neighborhood. Just got off the phone with Amy Order, Patron Scout, First Medford Stoked. Just thanks for keeping it real American made. Nice. Hey guys, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in our little show. Thanks for hanging out. Knife of the week, really cool. Let me tell you a little bit about this. It's holy shit. That's an Arktika. All right, hold on. I gotta put my glasses on. Oh my God, this is an Attic Fine Arktika. Somebody dumped this on me. This side of the knife, I don't know if you guys can see this. I think I'll pick it up and let you get a look at it. It's got a really cool optical illusion on it. It looks like it has, we did a cool laser pattern on it. Jason did a great job on this. And it looks like it's got depth and contour like a gun grip. So super neat. Super. It's totally cool. We like it a lot. Now, I want to talk about my plague mask I had on for a minute. You guys, this is made by Grommets, and I want to give you the details on this. This is a really nice 3/4 ounce Napa cowhide, top grain leather. In the medieval times, they would wear this mask, and I don't know if they totally knew why it helped, but this is a doctor's plague mask, and it's just awesome. I mean, the thing's got a couple of straps. It fits really well. It smells like sex. That's the only thing about this one. It smells like maybe this has been to an orgy. But I got to tell you, if you are going to go to an orgy, I think this would be a hit. I mean, I think you'd be, you'd be one of the big beaks in the room. So anyways, you guys, this is by grommetsleather.com. They're up in California. Grommets Knives, they're one of our dealers, and they made this for me. And you guys, super fun. I think this is going to be great Halloween this year to wear a plague mask around. And you'll be walking around and be like, too soon? Because there's a lot of humor to be found in this madness of the last few weeks. Got some ground to cover. I want to say, give a shout out to my friend Hank Greenberg. Hank used to work for Microtech Knives, and for a variety of reasons, he was granted partial liberation and no longer works there. No poison on anybody. But I always have to look at the positive side when people don't work someplace. They say, "Oh, congratulations." Hey, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, good for you. Get to move on to a new thing in life. Hank's doing some cool stuff on his own, and I always want. He always. We always talk about stuff for each other. He sent me a couple of things. He's always really nice. He likes to talk with me a little bit. I think he likes to get a little gossip. I like to get some gossip from him. I think he home offices, so like I'm an excuse to talk and feel like you're doing business. So I'm opening up a package he just sent me. Now I thought this was a new pen, and I was beside myself. It's not a new pen. Let's see what it is. I was told recently it was not a new pen. All right, so this is Blackside Customs. Check it out. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Now this is established in New York, made in USA. Nice little box. He's got a little piece of foam in there. This is what I would call bro packaging. It's got a little piece of foam ripped off in here to protect it. He's got a little, and see, Hank's kind of into the collectible scene. So he gives you a birth certificate with it, which is kind of cool. It says BSCB, aircraft aluminum, SS hardware, type 2 anodization, OD green, April 2020. Greg, something in good health. Thanks, Hank. Now, I'm going to take this belt. Let me take off my belt. I use bullhide leather for belts because they're thick and they're nice and tough. And I'm gonna put this one on here. I'm not gonna do it while y'all are waiting, but it's the perfect size. I'll unscrew these. I've got screw-off rivets, and I'll put this thing on here. I think it's pretty neat. I'm not totally sure what this thing is, but I'm gonna ask him. I don't know. Anybody know what that thing is right there? I'm not totally sure what that. I mean, I know what this is, but I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know. This is a straight Prince Albert. I'm not sure, but I'll ask him, and I'm sure he'll tell me. So Hank from Blackside Customs. The belt, you guys. It's green anode on the back. It says Blackside Customs. It's got a patent. I think it's his modular buckle. It's got some. Well, he must be doing something with the Marfion crowd because it's got Microtech hardware on the side. I don't even want to open it up yet. Pretty sexy little thing. So Hank, thank you. Hank Greenberg at Blackside Customs. Okay. Blackside Customs, I would expect to be like a custom motorcycle maker that specializes in African American design. What did Greg just say? Did you see when I started to say something about Jews in World War II? These guys, what the fuck? Fantastic. All right, you guys. That's our Friday show from here at Medford Knife. We have some cool things coming up next week. I don't want to blow my nut and tell you all about those. But we've got a lot of neat stuff going on. A lot of American-made swirling through here. A lot of conversations about American-made. I've got a lot of things going on, and everything I'm doing is really kind of Americentric. Can I say Americentric? Or can I say non-China-centric? Or can I say anti-Chinese? I don't even want to say that. It gives them too much power. I just say it's pro-American. Everything we're doing is pro-American. We've got a podcast we're going to be ramping up pretty soon. These will be a little more planned, thought out kind of discussions where I talk about some philosophies and some politics and some books and kind of how it all comes together. Maybe my little take on life. Have some guests on that pretty regularly. So just a lot of neat things going on, and we feel really, really blessed and grateful to all of you for your support. Let's take a look and see. Japanese are probably getting preferential treatment. U.S. naval protection. I'm going to just look at some notes here. Let's see what we got from everybody. Hold on a second. Removal tool. Hey, Tom, that's what it is. Thanks, man. Maybe that. Wait a minute. Let me look and see if that's what it is. I think it's got a. That's exactly what it is. Thank God I'm a tool maker. I'm like, what's a little dildo for? All right, let's see what we got. You have to be a belt man out of Carolina. You have to try the belt man out of Carolina. He makes great belts. Well, there's a plug for the belt man. Microtech tool. See, that goes to show you how much I know about other knife companies and what they're up to. I don't know diddly. And I don't see any comments on Facebook, which is kind of weird. I'm wondering if this is maybe if I've set this up wrong. I think I set it up wrong. See if I can find this. Shit, I don't know. Let's go back. There we go. And do I see anything? What's the website name? I went on MKT and it was the same. I don't know what that means. Craig Artika and Zuckerberg. The American-made movement is gaining a lot of momentum. Fuck the Chinese. Now, that's just a quote, although I shared the sentiment. Message was withheld. So, listen, I appreciate you guys jumping in here. What is this one? Hold on. We need to partner with the rest of Asia. Yeah, I just want to make something clear before people just think I'm some xenophobic bigot type guy. You know, Japan they're just not adversarial. They're competitors. And South Korea, they're not adversarial. They're competitors. And Singapore and Taiwan. I mean, Taiwan's a goddamn ally and a large customer. And then we look at Europe. You know, you see the list of responsible world neighbors and responsible national power partners. The list of great countries is long and distinguished, but there are really some bad players. Now, we can't, it'd be easy to be mad at Russia, except they don't do anything to us, really. They're just antagonistic on the world stage. But they're mostly drunk and they're not really competent at making stuff, although they have some phenomenally talented knife makers who are part of their very small, hardworking class of citizens. But the Chinese, man, I say we have to get these people out of here. We have to get them out of our blood. We have to get them out of our soil. We need to kick them out of our universities. They need to be gone at every level from our society. And if you're a natural-born Chinese, born here in the United States, a natural-born American of Chinese descent, you're my countrymen, as long as they're not telling you how to vote. And if you vote the way somebody in China tells you to, fuck you. I don't care where you were born. I'm done with those some bitches, though. And you'll hear me speak ill of them because they're just so evil. And a lot of youngsters, you guys forgot what communists are. You forgot what a communist world is like, a world where communists are involved. A world where communists involved is one where the wholesale slaughter of people quietly being done is okay. It's a world where there's adversaries for the sake of being adversaries. It's unproductive for everyone involved. And there are usually millions and millions of oppressed people and people that live under the tyranny of that ethos, that worldview that is corrosive and it's toxic. And the only people who like communism are partisans and people who haven't lived under it. You go live under some communism, you send any little liberal cuntbag lefty to go live in a communist country, and right about the time they're telling you how you're offending them and they get thrown in jail, they change their tune really, really fast and want to come back to good old US of A. I've always said, we've got our problems, but we're the best place to be ever. Okay, that's the show for today, you guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for saying hello. We'll reach back out the first part of the week. I may even do some cooking over the weekend and let you guys in. We've got big remodeling going on. Also want to remind you, we've got some new features on our website. My producer's got those popped up. Thanks, Billy. You can take a look on the side. You'll see the new knife selector tool. So you don't have to kind of read through a bunch of things. You can drop right into knives and start. Everyone's always like, well, how big is that one compared to that one? They're all in scale and descending size, which is really nice way to look at the knives. If you want a smaller one, you just slide down to the list, select which one you like. When you click on it, boom, it pops you over to the traditional module. We're building our new module now, which is just fantastic. I was previewing it earlier, and it's just got all these selections, and as you select them, it populates onto the knife. It allows you to really configure and see your custom thing. We found a way to, we've got so many permutations of what we do and what we make. To see this done well, and you're going to see a little peekaboo of it right now. Now, we don't have it all optimized, and we still have too much high-resolution stuff in there that's kind of bogging it down. But you'll see a base model of the knife, and then you'll be able to go through and pick the selections. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the selections a little more pictographic to the photos. So when you go to pick flamed hardware, it's not actually an orange button. It'll look like a little flamed button. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. Even if you don't buy a knife, it's going to be fun to go through and kind of do the composition of them and check them out. It'll be great fun. Anyways, Greg Medford Knife, MKTUSA. Keep coming back. Over to medfordknife.com. Check out our website. Check out all the new stuff. What we're doing while the world is slowed down. I'm like, hey, listen, let's get content to everybody. Let's make stuff fun and just throw more things. Look, you guys, this life is about to spend the time you want with the people you want, have the things around you that enrich in your lives. If we all have to have things, we all have to cut steak, we all have to drive someplace for the most part. Have those things around you. Be the best things. Surround yourself with the best people. Promote the best you. Be the best you can be at everything you do. I mean, some simple rules for life, folks. If you want to be the best, all you have to do is decide to be the best you that you know how to be right now. And that foundation will lead the way to a you in 6 months that is so much more profoundly better. It's hard to fathom. So I say, find the best you, surround yourself with the best people, find people who are at a place in life, not just financial, not money, but a level of balance between love, life, and commerce, who balance that out, who are awesome, and have them be your mentors, and have them be the people you go to lunch with, and the people that raise you up. And you have a tendency to raise one another up as you do that. Pick their brains on how to be the best or emulate their very best things. Buy the very best. If you're a liberal, or if you're a Democrat, or if you're a greenie who's anti-hunting and all that, you're a little uninformed, and I'm willing to have that debate, that conversation with you. But let's say I agree with you on a couple things. We should be efficient when taking things from Mother Earth, so there's enough to spare for the future generations. That's what the whole green movement, that's what the whole conservation movement, it's all about that, isn't it? If that's the case, men, women, people need to buy tools. They need glasses. They need pants. They need sneakers. They still need stuff to get through life. And so they make, the left at their core makes a fundamentally fantastic argument against a big part of America, consumerism. And the argument against consumerism is buying lots of stuff. Big fat people drinking big fat sodas behind big fat carts in big fat stores, buying big fat boxes filled with big fat pieces of styrofoam, carrying big pieces of Chinese knockoff shit in them. What they should be doing is buying fantastic products. I was thinking about this, Jeff. When Jeff and I have been buying some tools, and we were let down by the packaging. And it just occurred to me, when you buy a tool and it doesn't come with packaging, how much shit are you not stealing and putting back into the environment? Like, I bought this beautiful Ratchet. It was like $87 for the fucking 1 3/8 drive Ratchet. No box, no bag. And I was kind of annoyed. I'm like, where's the fucking packaging? And then I was like, it doesn't, I just throw the packaging away. I'm like, whoa, I had a fucking V8 moment. So maybe there's something to not having all this packaging. I work really hard to have good packaging. And the only expendable thing on our packaging is the box itself. Everything else is a durable hard good. We do a plastic case that you can reuse, or put your wallet in on your boat with a lanyard, or put a little float on it, or use it in camping or whatever. But all the packaging that's out there, filling landfills and taking energy to make, and chopping down trees, and You look at all that and you go, you know, you libs, you got a point about some stuff, but you're just fucking dumb in the head about how to apply it. So I think being a fabulously conscientious, educated, intelligent consumer is not only the greatest vote you could possibly happen, but it's the best thing you can do for the earth. And support your fellow Americans making the very best things with very minimal packaging, because that's all ephemera and temporary and goes away. Well, the time's now for all this, you guys. So I've been preaching this for 10 years, you know, and sometimes you stand on a mountain yelling and everyone's looking the other direction. Explosion happens behind you and they all look towards the explosion and you happen to be standing there. That's how I feel. Somebody just asked me about the bellow wood. Let me show it to you. I had a bunch of it cut into slabs. Cut it into slabs. It's been stabilized with resin and then under high pressure, been cured for like 6 weeks. And now I'm going to start making knife handles out of it for a special project I'm doing. So the purpose of this is to bring a little piece of history to your hands, which I always think is great fun. Anyway, thanks for stopping in, you guys. I know there's a lot of stuff out there to look at. There are a lot of things to be amused by, and I try to have this be fun. I try to have it be intelligent. I try to have it be thoughtful. I try to have it be a little bit of a spit in your soup kind of, you know. I was reading about the Vietnam War in Vic Krulak's book, Brute, and he was talking about basically all the generals under Westmoreland knew that the way they were approaching the war was wrong, but it was the only thing they knew. And they weren't sure how to go to a guerrilla warfare doctrine. And we were losing the war badly. We were winning and losing. And nobody had the balls to go tell the president that it needed to change and badly. And the only guy who did was a dude named Vic Krulak, a general. And he lost his shot. He was slated to be the next commandant of the Marine Corps. And he was robbed of the job because he told the boss straight to his face. And there's a great picture of it in the Oval Office that it was fucked up, being done wrong, and the guys in charge were fucking it up. We have a responsibility as men and as individuated adults and as women or as people of power or as consumers, no matter how far down the chain of power you go, we have a responsibility to call bullshit on the bullshit. So I spend a lot of time calling bullshit because I see a lot of bullshit out there. And I appreciate you guys coming around to hear me call bullshit. And I hope it's okay. It's okay to have your thoughts out on your sleeve like I do. It's okay. It's not comfortable initially, and people around you squirm like all hell, but it's fucking liberating to like drop it how you see it. And you know what? You're going to lose some friends and you're going to gain some friends. And here's what you'll find. The friends you lose are fair weather motherfuckers, so fuck them anyways. They weren't your friends, really. Fuck them. And the ones you gain will be like these kindred spirits. And what I find is your circle of tight friends that are there for you and you're there for them gets better. And then your ones, I've got friends who totally disagree with me and they've still engaged me and I go, oh, fuck, he's one of my best friends. He totally fucking disagreed with me and we're still titty bar buddies. Whatever, I'm just kidding. I mean, when that happens, you go, oh, that's a real friend. He totally disagreed with me and he still loves me. Oh, fantastic. You find out who the motherfuckers are with grit. You find out who's a thoughtful person. And again, this goes back to being the best you can be. Why would you hang out with people that are not thoughtful? Why would you hang out with people who are intolerant? I can't say that. People won't like me. Well, fuck them. You don't need to hang out with them. Life's lonely enough without spending time with people who are fucking turd necks. It's a wonderful vetting mechanism. Like, I pretty much only have around me people I love. I mean, I love people around me. Very few people around me that I just don't think are spectacular. Because I kind of say it like I see it, and people who are fucking judgmental or insecure or weak, they just fucking kind of shuffle off the escalator, and I don't have to fucking deal with them anymore. It's fantastic. Takes a little while, though. It's kind of a personality of attrition. You will run through motherfuckers who think they like you until you say something they don't like, and then they come off the rails, and then you lose them. But the ones who stick around, they're fantastic. So, to thine own self be true. Bring it like you mean it. Know what you believe, or it's just a faith-based system like Jehovah's Witness. Greg Matt from Medford Knife, MKTUSA. Go to medfordknife.com/live for some of our events. Cool stuff coming up. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Monkey Balls, Ass Slap, Sphincter Push, all of those places you can see it. It's just, we're everywhere. Well, we're probably not at Sphincter Push. GayKnives.com. We're not there yet, but we might be.